Hello and welcome to the channel. The weather's been pretty crap around here, so today I'm just going to do a mid-term review or give my opinion on this Demon X 170 Detroit. And this is a little demon. It rips, it shreds, it goes like shit off the shovel. It's definitely a decent bike, dope, sick, puke, whatever you want to call it. It's not always about the MPH, you got the SPH, miles per hour, and there's lots of that. Now, first of all, I just use this bike for trails, the woods, fields, and a few wheelies here and there. There is quite a few videos on the channel of this bike in operation if you want to go back and have a look, see what it can do. I have spent approximately 37 hours with her now, and that's 37 hours of pure fun. With only a couple of issues. One was me just adjusting the valve, didn't do the nut up, fell in the engine, bent the valve. I soon sorted that though. The second is I've gone through two shockers. They're only £45 on eBay. It's not really much of a problem. Other than that, oh yeah, apart from I've gone through another wheel. But anyone who knows pit bikes knows that these Chinese wheels don't last long, especially on a bike with this sort of grunt. For me, it's been pretty much close to perfect then, apart from it can be temperamental to start. It's got a bit of a kickback, the compression is high, but I do believe on the new engines they revised that now and you've got a decompression valve. That should help the new models. If that's fixed the problem, then the bike's nearly perfect for what it is. It's a pit bike. The suspension is what you expect for the money. Not great, but does soak up some bumps. And like I've mentioned, I've had to replace the shock 2 times now. It just spews out a load of oil and you get seasick. You instantly know it's blown its guts. All I've done to it is put on a uni air filter and a set of big wheels. I would recommend though, if you're a taller rider, I'm about 5'9", my knees nearly get problems with these. So maybe I would think about getting taller handlebars if I was a taller rider. The big wheels made a massive difference on the bumpiness of the bike, how comfy it was. Probably made it 50% comfier. I was so shocked. So I fully recommend big wheels. Overall, I'm very pleased with my bike. I can't recommend it enough. I probably wouldn't recommend it necessarily for a beginner, but if you rode a bike before, then this will be fine. At the end of the day, you got to remember it's a pit bike, not a motocross bike. This is only my opinion and thoughts. I would probably describe this as a Jack Russell. You know, it's small, but it's got a bit of a bite to it, definitely. This is so good for what I use it for, and also the fun value, it's definitely up there. I'd give the engine performance a 4 out of 10, probably give it a 5 if it had a 5th gear, because it could definitely handle one. It's got plenty of power. 4 out of 5 for reliability, because it's not a Honda or a Suzuki. Handling and suspension, a 3 out of 5. It's adequate. And the brakes are 2.5 out of 5. I service this like every 10 hours. I do oil, the oil filter, spark plug, and that's it for my main service. Then I keep this clean and oiled, and I also keep my eye on the chain and keep it lubed. You do have to keep your eye on these engine mount bolts. And also the subframe bolts. They have a tendency to come loose, and these are temperamental. Often find myself doing them up, not by hand. Second from last bolts I always check are the shockers. They come loose. And finally, I keep my eye on this one. This often will shake loose after a few jumps and a few big bumps. With all that tiny bit of maintenance, I've managed to keep the bike healthy apart from the bent valve incident. Basically, it's a bit like a Ducati or an Aprilia in the way that it vibrates so much it shakes everything loose. Don't let that put you off though, that's all reflected in the price of the bike. They're very cheap compared to a Japanese bike, if you know what I mean. Thanks for watching anyway. Hope you've enjoyed, and maybe if you've got any comments or suggestions, please let me know in the comments, and we shall see you soon. MOTO Machines out.